Hi, Jeremy here from Comment Collected. Someone on Facebook was selling a collection of vintage Matchbox cars, mostly from the late 60s, and I took a shot on it. So let's open it up together and we'll see how I did. Last year I bought a collection of cars that were mostly from the late 70s and early 80s. So having ones from the 60s, I really have very few. So all of these are going to be ones that I don't have. First up is the field car. And this is the version with the red plastic hubs and the black rubber tires. It was produced only in 1969, but also in 69 there was a version with green hubs. So you would think this specific version there might not be too many of. You may notice my tires looked a little loose. I'm not sure. Does that mean they're reproduction? Is that something that happened with the original tires? So you more seasoned collectors, you can let me know in the comments if you think that means they're reproduction or not. And let's see what's next. It's the Girder Truck. This version was made in 1968 and 1969. Only one of the girders is actually loose, the rest of them are all still attached together, and this might be the original rubber band, I'm not sure. It does say Girder Truck on the base, and I've seen online images that look very white and ones like mine that look a little off-white, so I don't know if that could possibly be fading, but it seems like to me maybe both versions actually existed. Next up is the S Cadillac Ambulance. They were produced from 1965 to 1970. This version was made up and through 1969, and then in 70 they switched to the super fast wheels, which is going to be kind of a trend of these cars that we're looking at here, because most of these arriving before 68 really show you what Matchbox cars were like before Hot Wheels debuted in 1968. And then the switching to the super fast wheels was one of the ways they were trying to compete with Hot Wheels to make the cars just go faster. This is one of the classic Matchbox of this era. This Jeep, a CJ5, was made from 1967 to 1971, always in yellow with the red interior. They switched to the super fast wheels for 1970 and 71. I have a book about Matchbox collecting called The Encyclopedia of Matchbox Toys by Charlie Mack, and this is one of the vehicles that's on the cover, so I will always think of it for that, and to me it's one of, like I said, the iconic Matchbox of this era. Here is the Euclid Dump Truck. This is the third version, which was produced from 1963 to 1967. Can you believe it has 10 wheels, 8 in the back and then 2 up front for the cab? The older versions of the Euclid Dump Truck only had 1 axle in the rear, and it only had 4 wheels back there. This is the Mercedes coach, which was made from 1966 to 69. In 66, it came in green and switched to orange for 67 through 69. So the green one probably is a good bit rarer. Interesting looking here at the base, we can see there's no rivets, so the roof must have just clipped in place. This model is called the Horse Box, and this version was made from 1969 to 72. Only in 69 did it have these wheels and then switched to the Superfast for 1970. It should have 2 white horses inside, but it looks like I have some black cattle, so that's cool. I'm glad I got some animals, but seems like not the right ones. I'm pretty sure they should be horses in the Horse Box. I haven't browsed enough on like eBay to find reproduction livestock for sale, so you can let me know, do you think that that means these definitely are not authentic? Or did they just come with the cattle truck or the cattle trailer and the seller mixed them together? Next we have the 8-wheel crane. This particular model was only made in 1965. It came back in 1970 with super fast wheels. It has a green cab and body and an orange crane with a yellow hook. I would be impressed with the 8 wheels, but we already had that dump truck with 10, so gotta do better, 8-wheel crane. Now we have the Fire Pumper Truck. This was made from 1966 to 82. We saw a version with these wheels up through 1969, and in 70 it switched to super fast wheels, but the original version should say Denver on the front door. So because mine's not on there, that kind of makes me wonder if it's just something that came off through time or was removed, or if there's a slight chance it's like an in-between year type model, and maybe it has those 2 characteristics together. Can you tell what this one is? It may look familiar. It's the Field Car. This is the version with the super fast wheels, so it was made in 1970 and 71. It looks like the same deco as the previous version I showed earlier, the one with the red hubs. Here we can get a look at them together to see the difference. Interesting, this little car has a hitch on the back. Now this is interesting. It's a Mercedes trailer, but what I didn't know until I looked it up here is that it's supposed to have a canopy, and I don't think it should have any animals. So of course this white horse is pretty small, so maybe it's a pony. I don't know if that means it goes with like a pony trailer, but we also have the white cow there. So I guess I'm grateful to have the animals because they are fun definitely to display with your vehicles, but I'm not sure it should come with this trailer actually. And now we have the trailer Caravan. It debuted in 1965 in yellow, and then in 67 switched to pink, and it was produced through 1969. It's a 2-axle travel trailer that would be towed from a larger vehicle, and the top comes off, And then inside we can see revealed, we've got a little kitchenette there, a dining room table, and some booths. It looks like a sofa there, a stove and a fridge. There's just everything you need there in the trailer Caravan. Looks like we're down to the last model. It's a 1965 Ford Galaxie police car. This version is MB55. It was made in 1966 and 67, so this is the white version with the police decos, and it has a red dome light. They also made this model as MB59, which was a red car with a blue dome light, and that was the fire chief version. Let me know in the comments which of these is your favorite. I spent $10 a piece on these. I'm sure some may not be the best value, but there were others that I think $10 was really great for. Check out my video where I opened a case of vintage Matchbox from the late 70s and early 80s. Thanks for watching Common Collected. We'll see you in the next video.